As health and wellness providers, we know that better patient outcomes require a whole person, multidisciplinary approach that we just can't provide on our own. That's why I've started the Wellness Center Creators Podcast. I'll be bringing you interviews with experts, tips, tricks, secrets, resources, systems, and solutions so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And creating your wellness center won't feel like starting over. What do Jane and I have in common? We love to help people grow and manage their businesses. Jane is an all-in-one practice management software that I use every day to run my practice. Some of my favorite features include the memberships and packages, online payments, and absolutely Jane's support team. And Jane makes it easy to use one software to run your entire practice. That means all the moving parts of your practice are taken care of, no matter how big or small they are. Your practice schedule, charting for your clients, practitioner compensation, and even reports with financial insights. If you're interested in learning more about Jane, head to jane.app. You can also mention my name, Kendall Hagenson, at the time of sign up for a 1-month grace period applied to your new Jane account. Welcome back, everyone, to the Wellness Center Creators Podcast. Today on the show, we have Michelle Baker. Michelle is the owner and operator of a backyard spa called Connect Wellness. The spa is the first of its kind in Southwest Washington and has 2 saunas, cold plunge tubs, outdoor showers, and a unique space for community members to rent for small gatherings. She is enjoying spreading the word about the benefits of cold plunge and regular sauna use, as well as having a space for our community to start connecting in a new way. Welcome, Michelle. It's great to have you.
Thanks.
So let's start. If you could tell us why did you create this business, a backyard spa? Tell us about it.
Well, it was kind of organic because originally I had wanted to do a commercial space in Vancouver. I did my first cold plunge about 5 years ago at a spa in Portland. And at the time, my kids were, I don't know, maybe 6 and 8. And I couldn't get over to Portland very often to do a sauna and a cold plunge. So then my mind just kept going back to, I should just open a spa. I should just do it. So I put together my business plan and went to the bank and put an offer in on a church in downtown Vancouver and did all those steps. And then COVID happened. And I luckily had a backyard spa. And we had renovated it pretty extensively to turn it into an Airbnb. And when we moved back into the Airbnb, I just was like, maybe I should just open the backyard spa and see if anybody will come. I have an idea. I think it might work. I think people might like this, but let's just try it. So I just, got a business license and made a website and just kind of put one foot in front of the other and just stumbled through, getting people to come. And I've been open about a year. That's kind of why I started it. Yeah. I just wanted more people to have access to it because there's nowhere in Vancouver that you could go to a cold plunge, and saunas are hard to come by unless you have a gym membership, or it's just a unique setting for this.
Exactly. Yeah. So what all is at your backyard spa? So I heard cold plunge and sauna. What can people come and utilize there?
And what's funny is I realized that in that bio, I forgot to say hot tub. I have a hot tub too. Oh, first time jitters, So at the moment, I have an electric barrel sauna, a wood-fired mobile sauna, 3 cold plunge tubs, outdoor showers, that hot soaking tub, which is more like it's not like a hot tub with jets. It's more of a hot tub that's mimics a hot springs that we went to in California. And I've got the changing area and a restroom and water and a garden, and I've just putting the final touches on a yurt space in the backyard for people to start hosting classes and events and just trying to basically create a space for people to gather with, their friends or family and in a different way. So the goal is to make it so people will have a place to rent the yurt, host their class, and people can add on spa. I don't know, just kind of like I don't know. It's organic. It's changing, moving towards that's my goal.
Yeah, it sounds like a place to gather in community.
Yep. Yeah.
It's beautiful. So it sounds like you're really passionate, especially about the cold plunge. So I'm curious, like, what are some of the benefits that you've experienced and that you've seen in others?
So for me personally, I suffered from plantar fasciitis terribly. And I found that doing cold plunge regularly 2 to 3 times a week was really the only thing that gave me relief. And there's so much research out there right now about the benefits of cold exposure. Deliberate cold exposure is a good Google term, and what it does for you for, fighting whole body inflammation and the mental health benefits. I mean, I think I was listening to this podcast that said it increases your serotonin and your dopamine 2.5 times. And it's a long lasting effect of those feel good chemicals. It's really good for muscle recovery for, athletes. It's a fun bonding experience too. So that's been kind of cool to see people that have never tried a cold plunge to come together and do it and kind of push through. Cause I mean, it's not like I love doing a cold plunge. It's not like I'm like, please, I cannot wait to get in the ice bath. But I know how I feel afterwards. And so I just kind of push myself through it. And it's really not that long that you're in the cold. It's like 1 to 3 minutes each time you do a cold. And on top of the cold plunge, the benefits of sauna is huge too. There's like a 30-year study out of Finland that talks about what regular sauna use does for your overall mortality rate. So it's like if you can do even just short saunas for 30 minutes, 3 to 4 times a week, it decreases your overall mortality rate by almost 40%. So it's like cardiovascular health, cancer, dementia, like it's so good for you. So I forgot what your original question was because I kind of
you answered it.
Okay.
We were talking about the benefits.
Okay. Yeah. It's good. It's really good. Yeah. And in, on top of the benefits health wise, it feels nice because it's outside. So we have such a wonderful rainy season here. And so those 8 or 9 months where it's kind of cold and drizzly and wet, it just is a really nice way to be able to be outside in nature. And, the rain isn't bugging you. So it's really good for your mood. Yeah.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, so Michelle is here in Vancouver, Washington, where I am as well. And so that's why she's mentioning our rainy season because it's quite long.
And it's very dreary. And if you're in Vancouver, the spa is located pretty centrally located, right? Kind of by the mall. So it's pretty handy for a lot of people are like, oh, you live like 5-10 minutes away from me. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk a bit more about the business side of things. So what has really been the most challenging and on the flip side, the most rewarding for you in starting this business?
Well, I think probably a lot of your listeners I think you said they're all small business owners. So I think that it's just like when you start a business, I kind of describe it as like have you ever been water skiing where you're holding on to that tow rope and you say, hit it? It just like takes off.
Hold
and
on
you're
for
like,
dear life.
Yeah. You're like, oh my God, I hope I don't fall. So that is pretty much what it feels like. It's like every day there's a problem that needs to be solved. It's, you're just constantly thinking how to do things better, how to get more customers, how to grow, but not grow too fast. When do you hire somebody? All
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. I feel super blessed that I'm not having to worry too much about marketing. Right now, most of my marketing is word of mouth, which is a really beautiful organic thing where people will come and they have such a great experience. And then
Mhm.
they tell four people in their circle, and then those people come. And so, that's probably the most challenging part, just running a small business. And you have so many hats, and then you have to be on, stay on top of all your other friendships and kids and all that stuff.
Yeah, the life stuff.
The life stuff. Yeah. And then the second part of that is what's rewarding, right? I think that's
Yes.
what you
What's
said.
been the
Yeah.
most rewarding for you?
I think just the people that are finding joy in this crazy thing of a cold plunge. So I would say probably 70% of the customers have never tried cold plunge. So I feel super honored that I get to be there and explain to them what it is and why it's so amazing and kind of coach them through it. I try and gauge like each time I meet a first time customer. So if it's your first time, I meet you in the back and I kind of give you a tour and make sure you feel comfortable and know what you're doing. And then kind of gauge like, do you want me to come in here and be a mean coach and tell you to just get in the cold plunge and stop being such a baby? Or do you want me to like just let you be and you can do it yourself? So it's very rewarding to, at the end of somebody's first spa session, to check in with them and see how they did. I hear like, I didn't want to try it, but I did it and I feel so much better. And, people are like, that was the most relaxed I've been in 3 years. And I've got
Mm.
just such a wide range of customers. Like I've got, 75-year-old retired guys. I've got teenagers that come with their parents and they, it's a good way for them to connect because there's no cell phones. And I've got firefighters that she comes on her, when she's off her shift of firefighting. And she's like, I didn't realize how much I needed this in my life to just read a book, sit in the sauna, decompress before I go home to my family. So
Yeah.
that's the most rewarding thing, I think, for me. And also, my dream is to have people connect in new ways. And so I have memberships. And so the members that come a couple times a week, I've gotten to know them. And so I've got this whole new circle of friends. And then seeing all these new people connect with each other. Like I found out one of our members was like, yeah, I went on a hike with I was going to go on a hike with this gal I met here at the spa. She's new to Vancouver and she wanted to go on a hike, but she doesn't know anyone. And so I got her number and I was like, Jen, that just makes me so happy. Like that's what I'm going for,
Yeah.
is connecting people. So
That's beautiful. It sounds like
thanks.
it's something that our community has needed and is needing. And I love those stories of people when they find something that they didn't realize they've been needing for 3 years, right?
Yeah.
And to happen upon it. And now it's a regular part of their life.
Yeah.
And you did
Self-care.
that. You
Yeah.
created that. And it's so beautiful.
Yeah. It's very flattering, to have people come and, I'm lucky that I lived here. So I get to see the space, all day, every day. But to have people come and just be like, this is like, my second home. Like I love being in your backyard. It just feels warm and inviting. And yeah, so it's awesome. I feel very blessed.
Hey, this is Alex from Jane. We often get asked what makes Jane different from other practice management software. I could talk all day about how Jane can help you save time and automate your practice, but really it comes down to 3 main things. Our genuinely helpful features that can help you run and grow your practice, our amazing customer service team who is invested in you no matter where you are in your journey, and the Jane community. That's you. Jane wouldn't be what it is without the dedicated practitioners who work hard to help clients every single day. Come see what we're all about at jane.app. Don't forget, you can mention the Wellness Center Creators Podcast in your sign-up notes for a 1-month grace period if you know you're ready to get started. I'll talk to you soon.
So from a sort of logistical, more technical perspective, I'm curious for our listeners who are considering starting a spa themselves, you looked at the sort of commercial spa route, which we, Vancouver Wellness Studio, are going on right now.
Yeah.
And you decided to go in a different way to the backyard spa. But you do have, you have saunas and you have these, sort of structures right in your backyard. And so I'm curious, like, if you have, what advice would you give to someone who is just starting out thinking about creating a spa, and kind of what you've learned along the way as far as, okay, there's all these different types of saunas and what does that mean? Stuff like that. Like, is there advice that you wish you would have learned in the beginning?
I think I heard this term after the fact, decision fatigue. So just kind of, just be prepared for the fact that there's like so many decisions and that you're going to have to make to say, do you want it to be wood burning? Do you want it to be electric? Do you want it to be, like, what kind of wood do you want? You want to buy a kit? You want to buy this kit? I mean, there's just a lot of decisions that you have to make. And then from that point, like once you get over the hurdle of actually building the spa, it's kind of like, how do you want, kind of like, what's your motivator? What's your goal? Who's your demographic that you're going to try and cater to? And I guess just be open and flexible to, if something's not quite working, just, be able to pivot, right? And don't hold anything with a firm grasp. I actually have one of my good friends that I've known, I don't know, probably 20 years. Her and her husband are actually opening up a backyard spa in downtown Vancouver. So it's been really fun to walk with them on that journey. And they've been sweet enough to let me come over and help with like some design ideas. Like, have you thought about putting your cold plunges here and your sauna there? And maybe you should just build a sauna inside the shed. So it's also kind of, you see my friend go through all those decisions. And then me, I'm out of that process to be like, oh, it was hard. It was
It
hard.
is hard.
Yeah. So I think that's that. It just, and keep it, just if you have a dream of opening a backyard spa and a sauna space, I have nothing but good things to say about it. And like, I have answered a bunch of questions for some customers that have come, that people just want to kind of see it and they are thinking of doing it in their own space. And I am an open book. Like, I don't feel much competition in that regard, because I feel like everybody that wants to open a spa is going to do it with their own flavor. And so it's going to be different than mine. And I feel like this is such a huge, there's so many pros to sauna and cold plunge benefits, that the more people in our community that have access to it and more people are able to do it, the better for our overall health, mental health of our community. So yeah,
absolutely. And that really just speaks to your vision of bringing community together and wanting more access overall.
Yeah. Yeah. And I have, I've got so many dreams of, I have a mobile sauna now, so I can like take it places. So like having pop-up events on rivers around the area, and then, gathering together all these sauna nuts people, that just love saunas. Like, there's like there's a big group of people that actually have mobile saunas in Bend and Montana and Seattle and stuff. So trying to one day put together a sauna fest, Northwest. I don't know what we'd call it.
Well, you heard it here first, everyone. Amazing. Well, it has been so lovely to chat with you. I see that you wanted to do a giveaway for $5 off for our listeners who are local to come try out your backyard spa. So, and that'll be valid for 2 months after this episode airs. So if you could tell everyone where they can find you, your website, how to contact you, how do they get this $5 off?
So the website is just connectwellness.biz, and you'll go on there and you'll just book a community soak session, and they're 2-hour soak sessions. And you just put the promo code in the card and it'll take $5 off. Did I already say they're $25? So it'll make your soak session $20. yeah, you can bring your friends. I don't care if you want to bring 10 people. Doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? Like, don't feel like you have to, yeah, the more the merrier. I know that that's how you grow is if somebody brought 6 people, it's 6 new people that have never been here. So I love that.
Absolutely. Well, I know I will be coming to check you out. This is the first time we're meeting, but I found out about you through Instagram, and I at first didn't realize that you were actually local here in Vancouver. And I
Oh,
thought, what a cool idea. Like, this is amazing. And then here we are. You're right in the neighborhood. So I'll be coming down. I encourage everyone to check it out, Connect Wellness Spa. Thank you so much for being here, Michelle.
yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for listening to the Wellness Center Creators Podcast. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please visit our website at wellnesscentercreators.com for more show notes and additional episodes. By the way, I love hearing from listeners. Please send me an email at Kendall, KENDALL, at wellnesscentercreators.com with your feedback. And if you send me a question, maybe I'll read it on the show, anonymously, of course. Thanks so much again for listening, and we'll catch you next time on the Wellness Center Creators Podcast.